Recall the Simpsons episode where Homer's invention of an outlandishly odd car led to the downfall of his brother's automobile business? It might surprise you to find out that in the real world, some car manufacturers have gone a step further, creating vehicles even more bizarre than Homer's creation. Here, we'll explore some of the most unusual vehicles to grace the streets. Tell us, which one do you believe stands out as the most bizarre? Presenting some of the most extraordinarily strange cars ever crafted. If you're new around here, remember to subscribe and click the bell icon for notifications. And before we dive in, please give the video a thumbs up. Number 15. The 1963 Chrysler turbine car was a pioneering venture into the realm of alternative propulsion systems, showcasing a novel drivetrain that utilized a duo of turbines in place of the conventional internal combustion engine. This avant-garde vehicle boasted the capability to operate on a diverse array of fuels, ranging from JP for jet fuel to even perfumes. The turbines equipped in the Chrysler turbine delivered 130 horsepower alongside an impressive torque of 450 pound-feet. Rather than putting these cars on sale, Chrysler opted to allocate them to carefully selected families for in-depth evaluation. During this experimental phase, 203 test drivers across 133 American cities racked up over 1 million miles in total. This trial enabled Chrysler to gather vital feedback and pinpoint any potential hurdles concerning the turbine-powered cars. At the end of the testing phase in 1966, Chrysler retrieved the automobiles and dismantled most of them, leaving only 9 in existence. Presently, all of these remaining 9 cars have survived, with 5 being operational. Despite the promising attributes demonstrated by the turbine technology, Chrysler eventually decided against adopting this innovation for mass production in their commercially available models. Number 14. The 2020 Polaris Slingshot presents a conundrum in terms of its classification. Officially labeled a motorcycle, it diverges significantly from the traditional motorcycle blueprint. Even departments of motor vehicles across states find its categorization challenging, often settling on the term autocycle for regulatory purposes in numerous US jurisdictions. However, its classification aside, one aspect is undeniable. The Polaris Slingshot offers a thrilling ride, characterized by superior control and robust acceleration. Distinguished by its 2 front wheels set far apart and a singular rear wheel, the Slingshot cuts a unique figure on the road. Though it can be fitted with a roof, its essence is in delivering a breezy, open-air journey. Powered by a 4-cylinder engine capable of producing up to 203 horsepower, the Slingshot caters to various driving preferences with options for both manual and automatic-like transmissions. Despite its motorcycle moniker, the Polaris Slingshot provides several car-like amenities, including features such as cruise control, both heating and cooling for seats, and a 7-inch screen for the infotainment system, enhancing both comfort and utility during drives. Number 13. The Aston Martin Signet represents a departure from the brand's usual lineup, emerging as a compact vehicle crafted from the Toyota IQ's framework. Aston Martin introduced the Signet as a strategy to align with the European Union's stringent emission standards, offering it exclusively as a secondary option for those who already had an Aston Martin in their garage. While Aston Martins are typically associated with steep prices well into 6 figures, the Signet was positioned as a more accessible entry at around $30,000 for existing Aston Martin aficionados. The original production target was set at around 4,000 units annually. However, due to lackluster sales, the Signet's production was halted after just 2 years, far short of expectations, with only 150 units finding owners. The vehicle's scant popularity resulted in its early discontinuation, but over time, it has cultivated a niche status among collectors. Presently, one might procure a Signet for less than $100,000. The vehicle is powered by a humble 1.3-litre, 4-cylinder engine capable of producing 97 horsepower and achieving a maximum velocity of 106 miles per hour. Number 12. The Oscar Mayer Wienermobile stands out as an emblematic series of promotional vehicles, each designed to mimic the appearance of a hot dog nestled in a bun. This fleet has been employed as a marketing vehicle for Oscar Mayer's product line across the United States. The inception of the first Wienermobile dates back to 1936, conceived by Carl G. Mayer, and these distinctive vehicles have since evolved into a well-known symbol tied closely to the brand. The Wienermobile's main objective is to spark enthusiasm and bring attention to the Oscar Mayer brand. Its unique shape embodies the fun and whimsical nature of the brand, leaving a lasting impression whenever it hits the road. Featuring a chassis that resembles a bun and a body shaped like a hot dog, complete with wheels and adorned with the company's branding, the original Wienermobile design was truly ahead of its time. As time has passed, various models and designs of the Wienermobile have been released, each incorporating their own special features and design tweaks. These Wienermobiles crisscross the country, interacting with people, spreading happiness, and advertising the Oscar Mayer brand wherever they go. Number 11. The Vision Mercedes Simplex concept car is a nod to its historical origins, celebrating the legacy of the first vehicle to carry the Mercedes name, which premiered 118 years ago. Drawing inspiration from the 1901 Mercedes 35 PS race car, the Simplex melds classic design elements with cutting-edge technology and materials. The original Mercedes 35 PS was a pioneer for its era, moving away from the customary carriage-inspired designs by featuring a front-mounted engine placed low in the frame and incorporating a passenger seat at the rear. This approach was transformative for the automotive world. The Vision Mercedes Simplex reimagines these historical design elements through a modern lens. Rather than sporting a conventional grille, it boasts a digital panel framed in rose gold, a tribute to the original vehicle's aesthetic. This innovative display not only showcases the iconic Mercedes script logo, but also conveys details about the car's advanced electric drivetrain, symbolizing a fusion of tradition and progress. Number 10. It's amusing to reflect on historical predictions of futuristic automobiles, recognizing our own advancements aren't as far-fetched as we might think. The Mercedes-Benz F015, or Luxury in Motion as it's formerly known, offers a glimpse into Mercedes-Benz's vision of the future back in 2015. This pod-shaped marvel is aimed at redefining the concept of travel, emphasizing autonomy over manual control. Designed as a self-driving vehicle, the F015 features a lounge-like interior complete with 4 swivel chairs and a suite of in-cabin entertainment options mirroring the comfort and luxury of a private jet on the tarmac. This design focuses on offering passengers a seamless, stress-free journey, free from the inconveniences of traffic disturbances, with an optional manual control mode for those who miss the thrill of driving. Despite the ingenuity behind the F015, its realization faces significant hurdles, chiefly the establishment of a comprehensive refueling or recharging network to support its operation, rendering the concept somewhat impractical for current times. Nonetheless, its aesthetic appeal and conceptual grandeur remain admirable. Number 9. The 1960s were a time when the fascination with space extended to automotive designs, leading to vehicles that resembled spacecraft more than traditional cars. Among these futuristic creations was the General Motors Firebird III, affectionately dubbed Space Kit by enthusiasts, echoing a nod to the Knight Rider series for those familiar. Apologies to millennials might be in order. Crafted in 1958, the Firebird III was a departure from the norm, challenging the conventional design dictums laid down by one of the most iconic designers at General Motors, Harley Earl. This vehicle stood out for its lack of chrome finishing and its defiance of straight lines, setting it apart from the typical GM aesthetic and drawing public interest for its uniqueness. While the Firebird III didn't become the era's quintessential vehicle, its design was celebrated for its bold take on the space age theme. Not merely a car, it was a testament to innovation, featuring two distinct glass domes over the driver and passenger seats, enhancing the space-age feel. While this might have improved hygiene, it certainly didn't do much for in-car communication, making it, in a way, an ideal ride for those favouring silence over conversation. Number 8. The 1980s were a hotbed of brilliant innovations, but let's zoom in on one of the era's more intriguing inventions. Imagine someone faced with the tough choice between purchasing a motorhome or a boat and deciding, why not have both? That decision, or perhaps a touch of mad science, led to the creation of the motorhome. This unique contraption was engineered by marrying the front end of a Ford E-Series van with a 28-foot yacht, birthing a peculiar but fascinating hybrid. On the road, it functions as an RV, with the added bonus of being able to transform into a boat at a moment's notice once it hits the waterway. Truly the best of both domains. The motorhome, however, remains an exclusive marvel with only 21 examples known to exist worldwide. This rarity underscores the niche appeal of a motorhome capable of aquatic adventures. The concept of fusing distinct modes of transportation was hardly new, yet the motorhome stands out as an unprecedented vehicular mashup. It introduces us to an eccentric new dimension of travel, and we're all in for the ride, albeit uncertain about which part to favour. Number 7. Dropping a whopping $5 million on an aircraft that's permanently grounded might seem a tad excessive, yet strangely, that's part of its charm. It begs the question, why hold on to wealth if not to splurge on the utterly impractical? This was perhaps the thought process in 2018 when designer Dan Harris unveiled his decade-plus endeavour, transforming the fuselage of a wingless Learjet into an eye-catching, roadworthy limousine. Harris envisioned this creation as the centrepiece of an innovative venture, a mobile private club, blending luxury travel with high-end entertainment. True, from the outside, this limousine screams celebration, with an interior that echoes this sentiment in its own distinctive manner. Of course, such extravagance isn't for everyone. Those without a spare $5 million will likely stick to more conventional modes of transport. Despite potential criticisms of being gaudy or frivolous, Harris's Learjet limo presents a novel business concept, one he successfully expanded into a franchise, proving once again that there's no limit to what the wealthy might invest in for amusement. Number 6. Ever pondered how trucks might appear if they were flipped upside down? Well, cease your speculation because mechanic Rick Sullivan turned this odd notion into reality. What motivated him to undertake such a project is anyone's guess, though it wouldn't be surprising if inspiration struck during a moment of inebriation. Over half a year, with a budget of $6,000, Sullivan collected the necessary parts, including a 1995 F-150 and a 1991 Ford Ranger, to craft his peculiar creation. By ingeniously joining the body of the F-150 on top of the 1991 Ford Ranger, he succeeded in creating a bizarre yet completely roadworthy inverted truck. The reasons behind this endeavour might remain unclear, but Sullivan's pride in his work is unmistakable. This extraordinary vehicle is bound to attract attention, not least from traffic officers on the lookout for vehicular anomalies. The upside-down truck has become a spectacle, attracting roughly 1,000 photo snaps daily from curious onlookers. Should Sullivan ever tire of his unusual vehicle, he jokingly remarks it can easily be reverted to a more conventional orientation and still look okay. Number 5. The Hot Tub Time Machine movie was a hit, sparking the whimsical idea. Why not create a hot tub with mobility? Enter the Hot Tub Cadillac, a vehicle engineered to double as a steamy water haven, achieving up to 102 degrees Fahrenheit while cruising at speeds of 100 miles per hour. Hot tubs are notorious breeding grounds for bacteria, and adding mobility into the mix doesn't change that fact. This inventive contraption was the brainchild of Phil Waker and Duncan Forster, Two engineers based in Los Angeles who originally devised a prototype during their tenure at Canada's McMaster University, in what was likely an entirely sober escapade of creativity. Years after their initial foray into aqueous automotive design, the pair were struck by a wave of nostalgia for their germ-laden brainchild and set about converting a 1968 Cadillac Coupe de Ville into a mobile hot tub. The project pushed the boundaries of both automotive engineering and public health. Many might question the rationale behind inventing a vehicular hot tub. However, the motivation for Waker and Forster was crystal clear: to etch their names in the annals of history by setting a new world record. In 2014, they took their aquatic vehicle to Utah's Bonneville Speedway with ambitions of clinching the title for the world's fastest hot tub, an oddly specific yet fiercely contested accolade. Number 4. Super trucks by themselves are a marvel, yet imagine elevating their design to include wheels as tall as an average person. This notion might rekindle the hope, albeit reluctantly dashed, that Transformers could roam our streets, because these gargantuan 10-foot-tall trucks bear an uncanny resemblance to them. Crafted by designer Chris Walker at his establishment, Extreme Super Truck, these behemoths are customized down to the minutest detail as per the client's wishes. Fancy a minbar nestled within the right rear fender? Consider it done. The legality of such an addition might be up for debate, but the thrill it offers is undeniable. Dwarfing standard pickup trucks in both height and length, being nearly twice as tall and 6 feet longer. These Leviathans aren't just showpieces. They are fully operational, boasting the ability to tow 2,500 pounds and surge beyond 100 miles per hour. However, owning such a spectacle of automotive engineering doesn't come cheap. Prices range from an eye-watering $90,000 to $250,000. This is a hefty sum to pay for a vehicle capable of overshadowing nearly every other on the road. Yet for those dreaming of piloting their personal Transformer, it might just be considered a bargain. Number 3. The allure of embodying James Bond seems to be a universal ambition among men, a desire so potent that it now influences the realm of car design. Inspired by the iconic submerged vehicle from The Spy Who Loved Me, a designer envisioned a submarine sports car that could fully function beneath the waves. Practical? Perhaps not. But it's hard to deny the appeal of making a swift getaway beneath the waves, both in style and at a moderate speed and depth. This submarine sports car is ingeniously crafted to simulate the sensation of submersion without the peril of actual drowning. Echoing the feats of Bond's vehicle, it gracefully transitions from land to water, where a simple lever engages its aquatic mode. Propelled by dual water jets in the front and twin propellers at the rear, the vehicle glides through the water at speeds up to 2 knots, reaching depths of up to 30 feet. For those unbothered by tight spaces, the provision of scuba tanks allows for an underwater adventure lasting up to an hour. For the select few with $2 million to spare, this vehicle offers the tantalizing possibility of exploring the depths for hours on end. The rationale behind such a decadent plunge remains a mystery, yet the option intriguingly exists for those inclined toward luxury and adventure beneath the waves. Number 2. Ecto 1. When peculiar activities start happening in your vicinity, the immediate recourse is to call the Ghostbusters. Among cinema enthusiasts, the Ecto 1 holds a special place as the chosen ride of New York City's renowned ghost hunting team. Nevertheless, the majority of us wouldn't dedicate ourselves to creating an accurate replica of this iconic vehicle, fearing the possibility of getting even the tiniest specifics incorrect. Lauren Baldwin, a resident of Ohio, however, embraced this challenge wholeheartedly. Over the span of 8 years, Baldwin embarked on a quest for the very model used in the movie, a 1959 Millimeter vehicular gem, successfully tracking it down. The subsequent 2 years were spent in pursuit of additional components needed for the assembly. With the collaboration of local enterprises and a budget close to $80,000, Baldwin's dedication materialized into an astonishingly authentic reenactment of the famed car. This meticulous replica boasts a functional storage tank, operational lights, and, impressively, the identical siren sound featured in the movie. While Baldwin does take the car out for enjoyment occasionally, because seriously, who wouldn't? Its primary use is for participating in charitable and celebratory gatherings, spreading joy much like the Ghostbusters themselves. Number 1. Trucktopus alert. The epithet Trucktopus might conjure visions far more enthralling than its reality: an 8-wheeled pickup truck. Admittedly, expectations leaned towards a more fantastical, multi-limbed vehicle, yet reality gifts us with what's feasible. Perhaps envisioning it with compartments of ink could add a layer of excitement. The Trucktopus stands as not just a superficial modification, but the culmination of over 2 decades of relentless effort by Steve Francis, the proprietor of a towing service in Tennessee. Francis has meticulously refined nearly every facet of the truck, from lowering the chassis to installing new wheels, enhancing the engine, and incorporating features like so-called suicide doors, which, frankly, aren't as thrilling as they sound. This labor of love has unsurprisingly become a sensation at various car and motor exhibits across the United States. The Trucktopus's novel name and equally peculiar attributes easily explain why enthusiasts from all corners of the globe flock to witness this creation. Like many who dare to convert their vehicles into singular masterpieces, Francis frequently finds himself being stopped by the police, not for citations, but for officers eager to capture a selfie with the distinctive truck. Clearly, it signifies that even law enforcement officers appreciate a break in their routine for such unique encounters. Which of these unconventional vehicles has caught your eye for a potential joyride? Should you enjoy the video, consider showing your support with a thumbs up. Interested in exploring more content? Feel free to browse through our other videos displayed on the screen or check out our channel for a wider selection. Thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.